So guys, welcome back to the Ilovesesh podcast. We've got Ricky Sahota in the building.
Big up, King.
How
Nice
we
to be
doing?
here.
You good?
Yeah, man. Very good. Very good. You?
I'm good now. Do you know what I mean? Your hair
Good now.
finally.
Yeah, same, man. Same,
Do you know
man.
what I mean? I'm
Studio's
good now.
looking lovely. It's very bright in here.
Yeah, I'm trying. I got the best coming down. Do you know what I mean? So obviously you have to
man.
make sure you're comfy.
It's a privilege to be here. Thank you,
Nah,
brother.
man, look, thank you. You know what I'm trying to say? Thank you, man. I heard a lot of good things. Like I've told you, I mean, Lee B3 told me, like, you need to get Ricky down there ASAP.
Yeah, big up B3,
You know what I
man.
mean? Take his word for a lot of things. I know it's not easy, but I take his word for a lot of things. You know what I mean? You know what I
when
mean?
you say that B3's not easy?
Respectfully, though.
Yeah, no, respectfully.
Yeah, respectfully.
Respectfully, me and him, our first interaction with each other was in a group chat, and I must have said something he didn't respond too well to what I said, and I didn't respond too well back. So before you knew it, me and him were on the phone to each other. Like, I don't even know. Like, it weren't like a verbal. It was just like,
what are you talking about? What are you talking about?
Kind of saying. But after like 10 minutes talking to each other, we kind of got like,
yeah, I like
we're on
you.
the same page here, you know.
Yeah.
I think we're both making the same point, and then from there, we've obviously played together a lot. We've been around in the same circles and company, and yeah, man, B3's my guy, man. He's turned pretty much into family now.
Yeah. No, he's a proper geezer. You know what I'm trying to say. So, like I said,
stuff, man.
Even when I asked him, look, who should I start? Who should I watch out for? Who should I listen to? He said Ricky Sahota straight away. He didn't mention nobody else. So I thought, you know what?
No, I love that, man.
No problem. As soon as he left, bang, started searching, started praying. I thought, raw. How comes I ain't come across you already? But like I said, I used to overlook a lot of shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, maybe that's what's happened or whatever.
It's a big scene, bro. There's a lot going on. There's a lot of people doing different stuff. Like, it's a hard place to navigate. Like, I feel like I'm navigating myself still, and I've been around for a little bit.
Yeah.
And I'm still finding my way. So yeah, like, it will come in time.
Yeah, okay. So what's your background? Tell us where you're coming from. What has been your journey?
My journey so far, I've been DJing for 10 years now. Like, I've just turned 30. I was DJing since I was 16, like 15, like in youth clubs, just messing about. Like, you know, when you're not really taking it seriously, you learn how to mix a couple of records together.
Yeah.
But it's never really, I'm going to be a DJ. And then I started getting gigs eventually, like, and just from there, like, it was a buzz, and I just kind of kept on with it. And yeah, that's where I am now. Like, pirate radio for years. I was doing like loads of the underground kind of warehouse parties. That's really where I did kind of find my home and my sound and what I kind of like to do. And yeah, just from there, everything, like, thankfully, touch wood, it's going to keep going. But thankfully, it's been a blessing. Like, things have been opening up, like, here, there, and everywhere over the years. And yeah, I've managed to
keep it going.
Yeah, just keep it going.
You're a busy man, though. Your schedule's been hectic. You've been playing a lot.
It has been mad. So since when was it? May. Like, we was allowed to kind of half come back.
Yeah, half out. Yeah.
Since then, it's been pretty much every week. And like from this weekend, like, it's crazy. Like, this is Freedom Weekend coming, so like
everyone's just on one this
weekend.
Yeah,
like it's crazy. And I've got 5 bookings this weekend, and then just to round it off, I'm gonna go to B3's party at Scala. So yeah,
that's gonna be messy.
That's gonna be a messy one.
You've basically started from tonight anyway. You're radio tonight.
Radio straight after this.
Yeah,
EXT project. So you catch me on there bi-weekly Thursdays, 10 to 12. Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
So big up Reese White for that one as well.
Yeah, so you've got things going. Like, I saw your schedule online. I thought, fuck, probably the busiest I've seen.
Do you know what it is? It's fun, man. Like, thankfully, I've managed to keep like some really good relationships with people. Like, and over lockdown, I haven't been kind of forgotten. I kept myself busy during lockdown. Like, I made sure I was like just around, like just doing even small things. Like, it didn't matter as long as like I was still doing what I enjoyed and just giving sound to people in some way, whether that would be online or just random streams. Like, it was what it was. But we made do.
No, I respect that. So, influence-wise, inspiration-wise, what's made you the man today?
Do you know what it is? I think listening to loads of different music, like, over my life has taken me into different directions, different places with different people, and they're the biggest influences. Like, some of my favourite music, obviously, other than being house, like, on the weekend, during the week I like to listen to a lot of like jazz, hip hop, dub. Like, I love my reggae, like, I love my lovers rock, I love dub, like, I collect a lot of vinyl as well. So for me, like I don't know, that music influence has always been there, just through what my mum and dad used to listen to. Like my mum used to love her soul. Like she used to always just bang those soul records out. And if you listen to a lot of the house you hear now, there's loads of soul samples, and it's always just trickled downwards. And for me, yeah, that it's just been everything that I've kind of been immersed in since I was a kid has kind of taken me to where I am now.
So you've come from a music background, so
yeah, my dad's a musician as well. He's a drummer.
Okay,
drummer. Yeah. Like a lot of his family are like are in the church. They do gospel, like so. There's loads of singers. It's just a huge musical influence around my dad's family, especially.
Okay, yeah, because your brother DJs as well, isn't it?
Yeah, my little brother's a DJ. He's got a record label as well.
Okay.
So Nicky Sahota, big up, look out for him.
So how long has he been DJing for? Did you put him on that though, or did he just follow the whole movement as the family?
Do you know he went to uni and he was obviously doing like his politics, and he was like writing to his books and his fitness and his sports and stuff. And when he came like to visit us, obviously from uni, Christmas times and stuff, I'd still be like DJing. I'd still have decks there, and I'd be doing gigs. And he'd come to some of them, and he just gets like a buzz for it. And I think when he finished uni, he'd come back home. And he said, like, bro, I want to do this. Like, I want to do it. I want to jump on. So for me, it was just a case of showing him just the essential stuff. And from there, he's took it off on his own, man. Like, he's got his own kind of sound. He taught himself how to play vinyl. I had nothing to do with that. Like, he's pretty much his own person. And yeah, man, I'm proud of him still.
Is vinyl very, very hard to play and very, very hard to mix?
It's vinyl very hard to play. It's as hard as you want it to be, bro. Like,
I respect that answer.
Like, imagine, like, it's like me saying to you, is it hard to, like, come into a room with someone with lights on you and a microphone and just interview people? Like, it's as hard as you want it to be. Like, if you really want to learn it, you'll learn it. Like, it's just like learning to drive a car. Once you're ready to learn, you'll just do it. And it's just one of them things. You've got to want to do it.
Okay, and I respect that. So, how's Corona treated you through all this? What have you gained from this? Have you gained anything through this? Have you lost out? Obviously, done playing out, but have you gained anything? I mean,
just like everyone else, I lost gigs, I lost parties that I'd put on as well. Like, I'd lost bookings and venue deposits. Like, it happened. Like, we all kind of went through it. But I don't know. Like, for me, I can't say Corona was too bad. Like, there was a lot of blessings in there for me. Like, I got a lot of music done. Like,
yeah,
I
can imagine.
Like, building up a little confidence to start producing. I was knocking out mixes like non-stop. And yeah, like, just, I don't know, it was a blessing. Like, I managed to keep really good relationships in that time. So in the time where everyone kind of fell off and just didn't really keep contact with a lot of people and promoters and other DJs and just people in the industry, like, I managed to do that. And like I said, it's been a blessing. Like, since like kind of the lockdowns eased up, I've been managing to get myself in, even if it's the social distance stuff, the smaller parties, just amongst people. And that, I think that's it for me. Like, it's obviously the quality is where I want to be. I want to be back in like a huge rave with everybody, but at the same time, like, I've got to remember what I do and what I love doing. It's entertaining people, and that's it really. Like, put me in front of 10 people or 1,000 or 10,000, I'm gonna do the same job.
A party's a party, man. At the end of the day,
that's it, man.
Once you're doing what you love, once you're making people happy, I feel like that's enough inspiration for me. And
that's my reasoning for doing it. Like, I get a buzz of watching people having a good time. Like, I just love it. Like, for me, standing there playing the right records and watching the vibe change and just, yeah, for me, like, that is the ultimate buzz. Like, you can't get any higher for me.
Okay, so we're gonna break down the segregation in the scene. Obviously, I speak to a lot of DJs about that. A lot of DJs I respect. I don't just throw that question out to anybody, like, what do you think and what's what? Because some people don't have a clue. You know what I mean? Obviously, from all the conversations we have, I feel like you're very clued on. I feel like you know what's happening. I feel like you're not blind to a lot of stuff.
No, I appreciate that.
You know what I mean? Do you feel like, have you been a victim of maybe segregation in the scene? Maybe people not wanting to book you because of the sound you play?
Do you know what? I think we all have in our way. But the difference between me, like, I've always been quite comfortable playing music that I enjoy, innit? Like, I don't really just want to tick a box kind of thing. Like, so if someone says, oh, you're a tech house DJ, or you're a minimal DJ, you're a deep house DJ, you're a garage DJ, I don't want the tag of any of them. I kind of just want to play like dance music that's it's within the subgenres of house and garage and whatever that might be, but I don't want to be labelled at all. So I've seen it. Like, I think I was guilty of it myself at one point, like kind of bucketing people and saying, "Oh, you play on that side and you play on that side." And I think me and you spoke about this before.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
If you look at like the house kind of scene, you've got people that go to like Abode and kind of parties like that. Then you've got the people that go to like Fuse, and then you've got, I don't know, different parties like Half Baked that are a bit more like left. And do you know? Do you get what I'm saying? Like, there's different factions for everyone. And for me, I feel like everyone should just be able to go to wherever you like. Like, there's great music in all of these parties. They're brilliant in their own ways. And you've got to kind of have that open mind. And I feel like what London's become now, it's very much this or that. And for me as a DJ, I don't want to be part of that. Like, I felt like I was guilty of it before. Like, I was going in that direction. Maybe it was because of the people I was around and
100%.
Their influence on me. Like, some of them were older than me. And at the time, I was still kind of coming through and finding my feet. And I looked at certain DJs and thought, okay, yeah, so I want to book them. And I'd get looks like, no, you can't do that. I'm like, why can't I do that? They're sick. They're sick. And they were like, you can't. Like, you can't book them because it's going to bring that crowd and it's going to have that look. And these promoters over here, like, they're bigger and they won't start taking you seriously if you mingle around this kind of world. And I'm like, what, serious? Is it really that bad? And kind of got influenced and went along with it. And now that I'm older and I've been around for a little while, I play music that makes me feel good, makes other people feel good. Fuck what you want to call it. I don't care. Like, it doesn't matter to me. Like, if it's feel good sounds and it touches me and you, like, then boy, I'm in. I'm in. Call it whatever you want. Minimal, tech house, deep. Like, it is what it is.
Buckets are easy to get put in. You know how it goes. As you said, it's where you play, who you play with. Automatically, people are going to stay.
I just don't agree with it. Like, obviously, a lot of promoters want to protect their kind of vibe and what they're trying to sell. Obviously, like, if you've got a certain sound, you want to sell it. But it's being able to look at a DJ as what he can bring to the table in terms of their skill, their record collection, and how they understand the crowd. Not rather than, oh, he goes to that party, he's around them people, so we automatically must book. Like, I don't agree with it. And I think if I was to play on a flyer and someone looked at me differently and said, I can't book him because he played on that flyer, more for you. Like, that's your problem. Like, I don't ever want to be part of that kind of culture anymore. And I think it runs deeper than music.
I don't think it'll ever change.
I think it really, if you really, really take it to what it is, it runs down to race. Like,
yeah,
it does. Like, for me, like, I've seen it on both sides. I've played both sides of the coin. I played music for everybody. And I really think, strip out what it actually is and the surface level stuff of, oh, it's just the sound and the vibe. I think it comes down to a race thing. In some cases, not all cases, in some cases.
Most cases. It's quite evident. It's in your face, man. We don't need to beat around the bush about anything.
Look, in this day and age right now, in the climate we're in right now,
it's in your face.
It is in your face. I do agree. But there are some parties that are not like that. And that's what I'm trying to do for myself, for my own brand. Like, I want it to be inclusive of everybody. Like, obviously, I want to protect my sound and a type of music that I want to hear at my party and kind of sell to people. I do want to protect that and preserve it, but at the same time, I want to stay open-minded that music changes. Music changes constantly. House, like, it's electronic. Garage, all of these things, they're electronic. They evolve, they move. The technology changes, the equipment changes. The things you can do, like, they advance. Like, so it's never going to stay in one place. So I think as promoters, DJs, label owners, we all need to just be completely open-minded.
But what could we do, though? What could we do to be open to everyone and everything?
Go to another party.
But I go to other parties.
Pick a party on RA after this lockdown's done and say, you know what, I've never been there, don't know what it's about, but I have seen it about. Just go. Like, go. You won't know anyone. I don't know the DJs. And pick up another vibe. Like, you might not enjoy it, or you might enjoy it. But how else are you going to know? You're going to go into the same raves all the time, the same community of people. You become the face there. People recognise you all the time. You're not even meeting anyone new. It's like church, isn't it? It becomes like that habitual place where you're just there amongst that community. I think we should all branch out and all kind of just mingle with other people, like, and be amongst each other. This is London anyway. It's a big scene. It's big enough for everybody to kind of do what they're doing comfortably. Like I said, this segregation thing, going back to what you're saying, like, I felt it, I've seen it. It exists, and to be fair, I don't want to be any part of it. Like I said, it's it's pretentious. It is like, say, because you listen to that music,
would you? Quick question.
I look down at you like, that's dead, man. That's so dead.
Sorry to cut you. Quick question. Would you turn down a booking to not look like you snaked maybe what you call your genre? Does that make sense what I'm saying?
Would I turn one down?
Yeah. So if you're like...
I don't know. If you asked me to come play like, I don't know, Penthouse in West End and play, I don't know, like fucking Spice Girls, then no, like I'm not going to do it.
Yeah, but if for example, see like there's the tech house and there's tribal house and whatever. Say like, let's just say you're a tech DJ and we always be like, forget tribal. Then you get a call from a tribal house DJ like, come and play. Would you say no just to keep your friends happy, or would you go and
do you know
DJ?
what? I think years ago, being juvenile and like easily influenced, I probably would have asked and said, what do you think I should do? Now I'd say, no, I want to play. I want to play. Like, I want to bring my sound to a different crowd that might embrace me differently. Do you know what I'm saying? And why wouldn't I want to grow my community? Like, it's pointless, isn't it? Like, so you're going to play your same music to your same group of people. How do you expect to grow then? Like,
you can still grow though. I think you can still grow to an extent. Maybe not as fast as playing it to somebody who you don't know. If that makes any sense. Do you know what I mean? Sounds just sounds, man.
And if a promoter booked me, that means they want me there.
Yeah.
So like they're a tribal rave and they want me to play like a deep tech or minimal kind of sound. That means they want to hear something different. Hear something
different. Yeah, facts.
Yeah, I want to be amongst
facts,
that. I'm coming to do something different.
100%.
And that's what I am. I'm comfortable playing good music, and if it's good music, that's the genre. That's the genre I play. Good music.
Yeah, respect that.
Obviously within like the brackets of house and what I love, but if it's good music, I don't really care what you're going to paint it with and which promoter does what and why I shouldn't do this because it might stop my opportunities there. Do you know what I mean? Like for me, I'm creating my own opportunities, trying to anyway. I'm trying to navigate my own
That's the best way
path
though.
now. Like,
that's the best way.
I don't want to be reliant on anyone. I don't want to look at my diary and say, right, like if these people have a U-turn on me, like I want to be able to say, yeah, I'm comfortable. Like I've put on my own kind of shows and my own parties, and either way,
that's me.
I'm fine.
You're your own person.
And thankfully, obviously, like with Rise and Rave, with Subconscious, like what I do, like I've been thankful. Like obviously, UK Hum, my brother's party. Like I've been thankful and blessed in a way where I can just navigate around wherever I like now, and it's good, man. Like I said,
man.
I'm in a privileged place, and I'm talking in a privileged place. But like I said, I'm grateful and I'm humbled by it still.
You look happy though.
Yeah, man. I am.
Yeah, you look happy. Like
I'm just. Do you know what I mean? Like for lockdown's just been so crap for everyone. I just kind of got into this mode where I'm like, if I don't start pushing myself now, like because I was turning 30 and I just thought there's so much I haven't accomplished, but I can sit there and worry about it, or I can just, you know what, just get some stuff on, man. Let's just do this. Like stop holding back. Take some chances.
That's it.
If it happens, it happens. It was meant for you. If it don't, you tried, innit? Like
that's
it's cool.
It. Take the
chances.
Yeah,
man, that's where I'm at.
Love that. Let's move on now. Let's talk about the viral boat thing you had going on. Talk to us about it, because that went viral. You know what? When I spoke to when I was speaking to a couple of people, I was like, "Did you see the boat thing?" They're like, "No." I was like, "You're lying." They're like, "Actually, no, I did. You couldn't have not missed that. Like that went so viral. But you know what? Yeah, see that there. I'm not even trying to be over exaggerated. That's legendary. No one has done it. See once. When I see
probably
something,
someone has done it. Like
where?
Like look, think of Carnival then. Like when
no, not like that though.
They've probably done something
not
like that.
Like that.
No, I get it. It's been a while. Like, that was crazy. And that whole day, like everyone's saying, "Oh, it went viral." Like it was. Did you know it would kind of happen like that? We was like, no idea.
That's a viral moment. Like, it had to be. It had to go.
I got a phone call to come down. It was a bank holiday, wasn't it?
Yeah,
it was a bank holiday Monday, and we was recovering from the weekend. We was tired, like. But I thought, yeah, I'm gonna come out because it's a nice hot day, and I got invited to just play a set, stream on the canal on the boat, but like outwards. And it would just be a kind of chill thing. We're not gonna be parked up. We're gonna be on the water. So I was like, all right, cool. That sounds like a little vibe. Take a little bottle, just relax with Briggs and Crisis and whoever was around, and I thought, yeah, we'll do that. Play some tunes. We started playing, and yeah, like there was a little buzz kind of picking up. Our friends were coming down and seeing us, and it was like a link up, but we was playing music. Then all of a sudden the police come, and what happened? Like, they were there. They were all right for about 5 minutes. After that, they kind of swooped towards our boat, stood in front of it, kind of blocking people from looking at it, even though you could still hear us. We're not actually doing anything wrong. They thought it was an organised event. It actually weren't. We was just streaming.
Yeah.
And when they eventually left, we turned the music like back up. We'd had it off for like 5 minutes. And whoever was there, like by then there's quite a lot of attention. People are looking, there's quite a lot of police, and it was looking a bit crazy, and loads of people are coming over. By the time we've turned the music back up, every person that's like on the bank of the canal has literally just like screamed, like roared, like big crowd, like, and we just started playing, and they followed the boat. We started moving our boat. They just followed us for about 2.5 hours. And yeah, man, like the videos kind of they just kept coming, like, and the whole time I'm playing in this boat, I can't actually see what's going on outside.
Okay.
I can't see. I can see through the window, like just what I can see. I can't see behind. I can't see to the left, to the right. I can just see through that
little gap.
And Briggs has grabbed me and said, Rick, take your headphones off. I'm like, why? He's like, come out. I'm like, no, I don't want to come out. Like, I've seen like big photographers, and I'm like, no, I don't want to do any of that. And he said, no, just look over here. I just looked outside, and there was this like big tower block, and there was balconies obviously, and I just see every balcony was just full of people cheering, screaming. Like I looked on the left of me, and there was just hundreds of people everywhere. And don't know, man. It was a mad day, but like I said, it was completely unplanned. It just kind of happened. It happened.
That's a mad thing.
I went to sleep. I woke up. Like it was on. I don't know what it was on. What was it on?
It's on news and that, innit?
No, it didn't hit the news. I think it was like
the news.
No, it was like one of those channels like Lad Bible or something.
One of those,
one of them After Party or something like that.
Yeah, one of them mad viral Instagram pages or something.
But it just went nuts. Like,
I swear it went on a thingy, man. I swear it was on the news and that.
No.
Papers or something, or some online fucking...
Where did it go? It was Mr. After Party or a channel like that. Miyoko Music, Capital shared it on their Instagram.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, Capital Dance, and that was mad. Like,
oh, that's mad.
And then they got in touch with us, said, "Oh, we're all right to credit him." He was like, "Oh, at this point, there's so much footage out. It was like, go on then, like, whatever." Like, but yeah, it was so fun, man. Like, I can't tell you how enjoyable that day was, because, like, yeah, it was just a vibe. It was just such a vibe.
I remember it flowing. Should have kept that flowing. I feel like it should have.
No, I think we ended it at the right time. We've done it respectfully. Obviously, we don't want to upset the authorities. Like, we're not trying to be their enemy. We're just trying to give a good vibe, innit? And that's all it was. Like, people were outside for the first time in ages. I think that's when lockdown was easing. The first phase eased out, and everyone could come out for the day. So it just happened. So yeah, man. But
it looked
big blessing.
That looked proper still. I see you doing that Wiley. What's that? Wiley Recordings. Is he respectfully? Is he like coming over to the house side of things? Like,
nah, very much not, man. Like, I feel like when them lot are grime, like to the core, to the heart. Okay. They are grime to the end. Like, they live and breathe it. But they love music, just like all of us. I love grime. I grew up on it. Like, it was my sound as a kid. That's what I wanted to be in. Like, when I first started DJing, I was like, I want to be a grime DJ. I want to be like Carnage and Target and Genius and them lot. Like, I want to be like that. But obviously things change, innit? You get older and you go down different paths.
Different routes, innit?
Just back to what you were saying, like, they're very much on what they're on.
I see that Igloo thing. Was it the Igloo?
The Igloo, yeah. So that's Wiley's studio. That's their recording studio.
Movement, yeah.
And they
fucking massive, innit?
I think after we played that boom out in the park with J-Bo and
I see that.
B3, like, there was some videos that went out. That went fucking crazy as well. It was fun. Got a call to come down, play the Igloo again. Done a set, streamed it. Yeah.
Oh, is that called Boom Out in the Park? They call it.
They call it the Boom Out in the Park. So this is where they literally just travel around London
in different parks,
generate a couple of speakers, set of decks, and just invite whoever down and just boom out, literally.
That's sick.
But like, they've done it respectfully. Like, they've kept it everywhere they've gone. From where I've seen, I've gone to a few now. I've played a few. Everywhere they've gone, they've tidied their park up. They've made sure people are controlled and not taking liberties. Like, it's a nice environment, man, and it's nice to see like so many musicians come down, like, that you grew up listening to. Like, you can see D Double, like, literally in the park, mad. Like, DJs that you'd listen like to, like, as a kid, you'd hang out your window with coat hanger, and like he's next to you, playing with him now. Like, it's mad. So it's a huge blessing, man. Obviously with Wiley, like, I've been listening to him since I was a boy. Like, since Nicole's Groove. Like a lot of people don't even know you produced garage records like back in the day. Like it's mad. So yeah, big fan, and it's nice to be amongst it. Very much a blessing again.
Okay. You know what, yeah, I even see it and I thought, raw, like, he's doing it different though for the scene as well. Because no one ain't really going, like, other than Rise and Rave, who go to parks, and him, I ain't really been seeing nobody else really do that.
No, he's kind
and
of
do that. So I respect him for that though.
What he's had to go through, like with the online stuff, and the way he's kind of kept relevant and kept the music flowing, like it's, you can't say it's not impressive. Like it is.
Yeah, definitely.
I think me and him spoke in the park, and we was talking about like what he wants to do, and he said, "I'm doing all of this for the kids. It's for our kids, so that we've got something to pass and to give them, and I want this to continue. Like everything we're doing." I'm like, for me, that's refreshing to hear. Yeah. That's someone who wants the scene to keep moving, like, and keep growing. UK music's brilliant, man. Like we've got a lot to offer, but
the best, man.
I don't think like it's taken seriously enough. So yeah, big up Wiley Recordings and Janaea and Co and Carnage all day. Like they're pushing the good stuff, man.
Yeah.
J-Bo.
Yeah. Big them up every time. So what's in store for us? You're gonna break that down. What's the tunes you got in store for us? Subconscious Records.
Yeah,
what's in store for us?
I told you about them two, innit, before. So I've got two tunes coming out there. My first two that I'm officially putting out. Like I'm not sure where like they're gonna go or how they're gonna do, but I'm happy with them. I'm quite comfortable with them. There's one that's just nearly finished. It's like a mix and master left to do, and they'll be out in the next month from this interview. But they'll be out on free download as well. Like like I said, this is kind of like been in the pipeline for ages. People have said to me like, "You're a DJ. You need to have tunes out there. You need to be recording. You need to be doing this." And for me, for a long time, I was just like, I want to just be a DJ. You know, I'm quite happy finding really sick records and playing them to really large crowds. I really enjoy doing that. Like the patience to be in the studio, and that maybe, I don't know, I didn't think it was for me, but I've spent some time with some really good producers kind of taking me through where I was longing the process out and how to kind of simplify things and how to get my ideas on the software and kind of get it breathing. Yeah, it's been massive help. So big up Ollie Rant for that as well. Mad producer.
You never heard of him?
Proper stuff, man. Proper stuff. Got a studio over in Stratford.
Okay.
But I've been spending a lot of time with him, and he's just been kind of coaching me through like the whole process, and yeah, it's been brilliant, man. So big up Ollie for that. Those tunes will be out in the next month or two.
I'm gonna have a look, and I'm gonna have a look.
Yeah, man,
I'll
keep you posted. Don't worry, I'll send
so that's
you
all coming on.
straight
Is
away.
that all coming out on the Subconscious Records? Yeah.
No, so this is just gonna come out on my own page, like just from me as Ricky Sahota's kind of first tunes. They'll just be out on free download for everyone to kind of download, play out. Like wherever they go, and I'll just continue from there and just see where I go. But I do plan to eventually release on my own label. That is the goal. But I don't feel like I've got the quality to give the label yet. Yeah, I've still got to figure out the kinks here and there.
Yeah, I respect that. So, what advice would you give up-and-coming DJs who've just started DJing within the last 2 to 3 years? Even 2. What advice would you give them?
Just be yourself, and obviously listen to music as much as humanly possible. Every type of music. Don't narrow yourself into one room. Like be open-minded. Like refresh your ears sometimes. Sometimes I mix different music just to kind of give myself a break, because it can get a bit repetitive sometimes. You do feel like you've hit a brick wall, especially when you're mixing at home. You're just in front of a brick wall, literally. It's nice to just refresh your ears and, yeah, like I said, make relationships as well.
New
like,
people, yeah.
Get out and network as far and wide as you can, and just have a completely open mind in terms of going out and like actually saying, you know what, yeah, I'm going to go to these parties and I'm going to really learn about the scene and how DJs move and how promoters work and how to get in with certain crowds, and that's really what it boils down to. I feel like that's what separates a bedroom DJ to someone who's out there kind of on the scene. No, but a bedroom DJ for me is someone like you're mixing at home, and it's kind of just at home. You don't really want to push it out.
A lot of people start off like that though.
Mate, I know a lot of people like that are older as well that have got decks. They've got loads of records.
It's in the bedroom.
They're happy doing it at home. It's like a personal release for them, innit?
Yeah.
Like they go to work, the average Joes, and they're happy doing that. But I think what separates them is the ones that are active to push out, like the ones that really get out there. Like people that I think really push themselves, like Shannon. And those guys, they go out with their CD packs at God knows what time in the morning. You'd be walking out 338 or Fabric and you see Shenin and those guys, they're pushing. Like, that's, to me, like, proactive, innit? That's proactive. Like, a lot of people might not agree with the approach that, it's a bit too forward or whatever, but that's a name now. You've not missed it, innit? It's in your hand.
Facts.
It's in your hand. It's carried on. And
Facts.
I respect their work rate and their whole ethos around that. And B3 as well, like, what he does with his part is exactly the same. Like, they're proactive. They really push their stuff out. And just back to that, the advice for DJs, like, just again, find yourself and be yourself. Like, don't try and be somebody else to bend like what you're doing to fit someone else's agenda. It's dead.
Doesn't work.
It's
like
dead.
That.
It's just not going to work. Like, just be comfortable in yourself, man.
So, what would you say is the most rewarding part of being a DJ?
The most important?
Rewarding.
That's the crowd, innit? It is the crowd, innit? It's seeing happy faces.
Has to be.
I feel like even just as a promoter as well, like, you can walk into a venue, it's empty. It's like literally you can hear yourself, and it's just like, this is long. You go from that to like the point where it's ram, and you're like, wow, and you're in the booth now as well, and everyone's smiling, and they just that. Like, I can't explain it to someone who doesn't feel it. Like, it's that gives you a buzz,
deep.
and
it's deep.
It's in its own thing, man. Like, that's why I feel like every promoter does it. Other than like the financials, like, it is a lucrative business if you want it to be. Like, it comes with its risks. Let's not get it wrong. It comes with big risks.
Yeah, it must be.
Higher rewards, but bigger risks. But yeah, it is the complete buzz of just everyone being there, vibing. That's a mad feeling.
So, is there any sort of techniques that you use to engage with your listeners or with your crowd, or is it just the sounds you bring to the table?
That's a mad question. That's a really good question. So, for me, like, I'll break it down. I like to play. I like to go between deep, tech, and minimal, comfortably. Like, and I do it in my kind of way. But what I like to do in my sets is give people familiarity. So something that they can connect to, that you recognise, like a sample or a vocal or something that, I love that. And it's now taking them into that enjoyment kind of space. And now the next tune, they might not know it. And I'm gonna give them something different each time. So it's familiar, but it's fresh.
I know what you're saying.
That's what I like to do.
I fully know what you're saying.
My comfortable kind of place of how I like to mix and what I like to give a crowd.
I wanted to ask you, because I've never been Coco. You've played in Coco.
Yeah.
What's the experience in there? I've never been in there before.
It's mad,
Is
bro.
it massive in there? Is that the one that got burnt down in Camden? No.
It was the old Camden Palace or Camden Palace.
Oh, is that what?
Yeah.
So, just so you know, that was Camden Palace, that spot?
Yeah. So I never got to play it as Camden Palace. Like, I played it as Coco, but it's a sick venue, man. Like, and for North London, like, they're dwindling.
It looks massive in there. It looks massive from the outside. Sorry.
No, it's big inside as well. It is Coco. Like, yeah, like I said, it's a crazy experience. It's a very professional venue. The sound in there is brilliant. The vibe, obviously, like, you play the right party in there. It's jumping, man. It's jumping. Honestly, like, when everything does reopen, just. What is it? Is it still Coco? It's still Coco.
Yeah, I think they've literally just finished.
Has it been refurbed?
Yeah, just finished refurbing it. I'm sure.
That's news to me. So I'll be going then. I want to check it out.
Yeah, I've never been.
See
so
some different venues.
That's on my to-do list.
Yeah, it's sick. It is sick.
You played at Fabric as well.
Played at Fabric. Yeah,
that's a massive one as well.
That was massive. So that was for music related. That is Ben Murphy's label.
Big Ben.
Yeah,
that's
Big
my
Ben.
guy.
So,
Big up Ben Murphy every time.
Yeah, he's sick, man. His work rate's like
he's touring now, isn't it?
Touring, like he's putting tunes out every 5 minutes. So every time you check this guy's Facebook status, he's signed something else. Like, so I love Ben, innit? Like, he's a good guy, man. Yeah.
Some of my old friends. Well, I've known him for about 15, 20. We're from the same area, you know what I mean? So we kind of like grew up. Obviously, we went our separate ways, but we caught up. We catched up the other day. Well, I bumped into him the other day.
Yeah, he's got a mad work.
Yeah. So we had a little convo. Do you know what I mean? But
he's good stuff. You should get him down here, man.
Yeah. He's definitely part of the plan. We'll chop that up another time. Do you know what I mean? But that's that. So 338.
338. Yeah, been blessed enough to play there. And not a lot of people have, like, through the stories I've heard. But yeah, I've been thankful, like, and enough to been invited to play all rooms. Like, I've played the main stage there. I've played the garden quite a few times. I've played the loft a couple of times. Played the back rooms. Like, It's brilliant. Like, I ain't gonna lie, like, I love playing there. Like, it is one of the coolest venues in London.
Outside look lit.
Like, a lot of people can say what they want, but I think it's a sick venue. Like, the sound system, unbelievable.
Lit. Outside look
unbelievable
lit.
Sound systems in there.
Outside look lit. When I was watching your thing, outside looks like...
the garden. Yeah, the garden part is unbelievable. They're unbelievable. Like, every time as well.
Look like you just shut down the whole thing. I'm thinking, fucking hell.
Mate, like, I felt like I played okay that day, but some of the DJs that come on after me and before me, they were just as sick as well, man. So that venue, like, I don't know, man. It is special. Like, once you're in there, like, it is a vibe. People can disagree where they want. Like, some people can go Fabric and say, I don't like Fabric at all. I love it in Fabric. I love it.
Yeah, I like Fabric. I like Fabric.
Like, for me, that's like the pinnacle for like
for that core
dance music in London, whether it's house, drum and bass, or grime, or whatever it is you listen to, techno. Like, Fabric is the home. Like, that's the hub where like all the big kind of shows they happen there.
Yeah, I think the last time at Fabric was at Garage Nation. I think.
Was it Garage Nation?
Yeah, I think that's the last time
sick,
at Fabric. I went
that must have been jumping.
Yeah, that was lit. I don't know what festival I went to. Then I ended up in there, but that was proper. You played at Egg.
Played at Egg, yeah. Many times.
Fire. 93 Feast. What's it called?
93 for East, yeah.
93 for East.
Done a few parties there as well.
You've done a few parties there, yeah?
Yeah, I've done
I like that spot. There. Something about that spot I like. Yeah, I love that spot. You done GSS Warehouse?
I did. That was
what rave was that?
We Are New Year's Eve. And that was with MK.
Oh, yeah?
Class One.
Massive.
Yeah, that was huge.
Massive.
That was probably the biggest stage I've ever played in my life.
Yeah.
And I didn't even realise like what I was going into. But I'd never been that tunnels before either.
Oh, like your first time going?
That was my first time going and my first time playing. And I thought when it said like Arch 2, it was going to be like just a small kind of arch.
It's massive,
like, bro. Like, when I got there was this big stage. Like, it was like this, like 2 ladders were getting up there. Like
the 2 feet arches, they're all big though in there.
They were massive, bro.
Yeah,
I've never been. So I'm climbing up this massive stage. There's 4 CDJs in front of me, all 2000 Nexus, like just the maddest equipment, and yeah, bro. Like, and there was thousands of people in front of me. It was just like, it was a nerve-wracking moment, but it was probably like the best experience DJing I've ever had in my life, and it was New Year's Eve.
Yeah,
like,
that must have been vibes,
bro. Like, it was too sick, man. It was too sick. Like, that is probably the biggest stage.
The biggest one you've done. Yeah. Oh yeah. So, do you want to talk about? I see. Obviously, you're around Rise and Rave a lot. Obviously, you're part of their movement. I see they just opened up the. What did they open up, like a studio for where people could come down and
so we
do
got,
lives.
We call it HQ basically, but it's a studio hub. It's there for DJs essentially to come and broadcast, to come and mix, record. It is, imagine a pirate radio station without the radio. We don't need the radio. We kind of allow the DJs to come in, plug their own stuff into our equipment or log into our kind of platforms and stream themselves. And yeah, like it's been fun so far. Like the whole project, building the studio, just us being there all the time. It's so much fun, man.
It looks
beyond that. It's a space for young people to essentially come and grow, man. Like, Pirate Studios is expensive for some. It's not always accessible for others.
Accessible, not at all.
A lot of people have come through very well through Pirate Studios. Like, Jada's done very well through Pirate.
100%.
A lot of DJs learnt to DJ in Pirate Studios. You've got to respect it. We're trying to do it a little bit more differently, a bit more closer within the community. And we're kind of just going to see where that grows from there. But it is very much open. It's active. So if DJs want a space to come and have a mix, and you ain't got equipment at home, hit us up, man. Like, there's slots always available. Happy to get you involved.
I see. That's for me. When I saw that was growth, in many ways.
Yeah, big up Crisis for that, man, because like, he's really led on that. Like, I've got to give him his props on that. Like, he's put in so much work over the last couple of months to make sure that kind of happened.
Yeah,
like, it was an idea, and there was meetings about it, and you know, when like you kind of think an idea is just an idea.
Yeah,
like,
just an idea. Yeah.
He was like militant that no, it's happening irrespective of what else is going on out there. I'm making the studio happen. Like, we have to do this. So yeah, it's based in Bow. It's near, like, obviously our hometown. Like, it's where we're all from essentially. Yeah, man. Like, it's been open for what, I think 4 weeks now.
Yeah, about
4 weeks.
Seems longer though.
It seems longer because we're there every day.
I see.
We're there all the time. But
that's it's the HQ though, isn't it?
Yeah,
so
it's HQ,
it's what it is, isn't it?
Like I said, when obviously people are using the space, then there'll just be the on-site engineer there. He'll be there to kind of guide you through just the stream, making sure your sound is nice. And obviously we won't be there, but yeah, it is like I said, very much open and active.
Yeah, I see. Cause I was meant to come down. To be fair, I spoke to, I think it was Crisis. To be fair, I got messages from Rise and Rave, the Instagram. So I don't know who it was. They're like, yeah, come, whatever. Because I was looking for
the admin account.
Yeah, the admin account. Yeah. So obviously I'm looking, because I was looking for a new spot. Obviously, you know, I'm trying to do other things as well. So I'm definitely gonna come down because I like what I see as well. You know what I mean? The artwork, everything's just unique. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
Warm. So it's like
I think you'd enjoy it there. I think you should come down past through.
I'm definitely going to come down. No, I can't even mix, you know.
Come down, we can be a lesson.
I can't even mix. That's another, I feel like I'm happy where I am, you know. I feel like, you know, I'm not a DJ. I'm just like,
yeah.
Like, yeah, you know what I mean? I feel like if I go into that world, it's a whole other DJ. Yeah, now I see him DJ. I think look at him.
Now.
You can mix now, yeah?
You can mix now.
Wait, man, back to back. We'll do a thing. We'll try
I
a thing.
do back to back video.
Yeah. We'll try a thing. But
no, Crisis can mix, man. He can hold himself in a mixer.
But so what, is there anything else you got for us coming that you want everyone to know about?
I think, well, obviously with Subconscious like records, we are very much a record label. That's what I've kind of invested myself into for the last few years. So there's tunes, more tunes coming out. There's current tunes on our SoundCloud, free downloads. Our vinyl only tracks are now available on digital. So it's been 2 years since the vinyl sold out. So we just thought we'd kind of give everyone a chance who didn't get it to get the music, essentially. We don't want to restrict anyone. And then obviously the parties, we've got some really cool parties coming up. When's the next one? It's the 31st of July. Obviously by the time this comes out,
yeah,
it will be about 5 days before then.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
After that, we'll be out in September, November and December. There's literally so much party-wise, but in terms of music and the label, there's some really big releases coming out. I can't say too much.
Yeah, looking forward to that.
I can't say too much on who, but some of these artists I've been following for years. I've wanted them on the label for as long as I've started it, so it's a huge achievement, but more to come on that.
Yeah, cool. Well, thanks for coming down.
Pleasure's been mine, bro.
We know we're going to have to chop it up again.
Yeah, 100%.
You know how it goes.
I want to do it again.
Like I said,
hopefully, like the next time round, don't know, like I'll be in a different situation.
Yeah,
who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows?
It's maybe,
God willing, it happens. If not, then we keep it. Yeah,
100%. But no, definitely, like I said, we talk, we have our convos, you get me? So I know
that's it.
We're both busy, you know what I mean?
Yeah, come on, man. Look, it's hard out here. There's so much going on, and I feel like where everyone's just been stuck doing like the minimal. Right now, everyone's out there doing like 110%. It's to pedal to the metal, as they say. Like, so yeah, man, we'll link up again.
Yeah, 100%, man. But yeah, thanks for coming down, brother.
Pleasure's been mine, man.
Cool.
Enough love.